Hey guys, Beck and Jazzy here. How are you all doing? It's been a long time since I've made a video, and I know I've probably got people that will just think I'm gone, but I'm not gone. The year started off so radical, guys. My husband of 36 years had a heart attack and nearly died in front of me. He actually went away for a little bit, for a second there. And I just got to thank my father publicly and Jesus, because he was saved. He really was saved. And he's good now. It's been a month. So I haven't made any videos. There's been other issues going on with other people in my life, and all the things they're spraying in the sky. Everybody's coughing and wheezing, but I've only got 10 minutes to make this video, so I'll try and make it fast. I'm trying to get Messy Gentleman back on board. Now, he has since had 2 children. Well, not him, but his lady's had 2 children. And it is very time consuming for him to be able to try to find the time to help me, because Messy was my producer, here's my son, and we're going to try to put together something, and it's going to be live streams again, but this time I've already named it. I'm going to call it Speak Your Truth. Yeah, Speak Your Truth. And it will be basically a testimony, a testimonial hour, and we need people to talk about this short season as much as we can. We really need to get these words out. I've been trying for a long time, but it's not that I gave up. It's not that I went quiet about it, because behind closed doors, I've been talking about this for 7 years. 6 years. And there is a lot to be said. There is a lot to hash through. I think we've got a good team of people out there who are working on this, and I think all things are possible. But my part of the journey that I want to focus on is to let people speak their truth, to speak their experiences of how they got to where they got to in their lives, how they got to this point in their journey. And I think it's very, very important. And I'll probably start it off with a testimony of my own testimony, which that's going to be really hard to figure out, because it is huge. My testimony is not just one thing, poof, I was saved and then everything was great. It's nothing like that. And I think if you talk to people who are not charismatic Christians, not prosperity Christians, they'll tell you the same thing. It's not an instant miracle and your life is great. It's the opposite. He said, pick up your cross daily and walk with me. If you're not going to go through the fire, unfortunately, that means you're not doing it right. And that is actually fortunate, because that's your barometer to know where you are, because we're going to be persecuted, and we're going to get really badly persecuted for this short season. And that's good, because that means we are exactly over the target area. You know it, I know it. And the funny thing is, we've still got people, in these different little sectioned off groups. I don't really want to name names, but I will name one, which is NYS TV, which I do not subscribe to Midnight Ride at all. John Pounders and David Carrico, they're not consistent. They refuse to look at Satan's short season. And there was one lady on there this morning banging on about, yeah, I stopped following them because they don't believe in Satan's short season. And I said to her, well, they don't believe in the Bible changes either. And she said, well, neither do I. And I'm like, there you go. See, we've still got some people that are only halfway there. The Bible changes aren't something to be believed in. They're happening. Get over it. It's happening. It's not a belief. Okay? It's just like this stuff with Satan's short season. Is this a belief anymore? Or are we just running on pure proof, fact of what's happened, fact of our evidence that we have actual tangible evidence to back this theory up, which I don't want to call it a theory. I do not like the word. We can theorize as into sections of the short season, that we can theorize about what may have occurred, who we may be. Are we the descendants of, those who are let out of Hades, or are we just the descendants of those who lived through the millennial reign? That's speculative, that's fine. But it's fun to speculate. We're allowed to do that, guys. We shouldn't be condemned for trying to find our way through this. We've been given the keys to the kingdom, I believe. And this is why so few people are going to look at it, because they don't want to humble themselves. And I just don't get it, especially for these truthers who have already said, oh yeah, the earth's not a globe. They've said, yes, the spraying's real in the skies. They agree with all this other stuff. But then, oh no, but there's no way that Christ could have came. We'd know. But we do, because there's tangible evidence there. And just like the internet, just like books, they scrub our history. They burned books. They're doing it again with the computers. They're just wiping the memory of the old catalogues. You try to find stuff I could find 5 years ago. I can't find it now. It's gone. So this is a real war. We are in a war. And if you don't put Father first, and if you don't start putting some things down in your life, it's taken me a long time to get rid of a couple of things that took me ages to get rid of. But I've done it. And the freedom that's coming with that is something that I never thought I'd experience, okay? Now, when I say put things away, get out of the world, like stop watching TV. Many of us haven't for years and years and years. Stop feeding your brain with things that is going to make you worldly. And stop feeding your body things which is going to make you worldly. This is going to be a complete overhaul for anybody that wants to do this properly. That wants to walk into this new season, this, how would I say, anyone that wants to get through this short season is going to have to do a lot of culling right now. And especially those who have just realised where we are. There's some of us that have known this for quite some time. We've had time to prepare. I've had time to let a lot of things go off my life that was my bread and butter. Music was everything to me. Out of everything in my life, I was addicted to music, to rock music, because I'm a musician, I'm a performer. That's my nature, that's my heart. That is who God made me. But I was using it all for the enemy's kingdom for many years, and obviously I stopped that years ago. But in saying that, everybody's got something that they have to deal with, whether it be a physical vice or a mental one. So start putting away the things of the world that are weighing you down, that are holding you back, and you will learn to fly. You will. You will. Well, that's a pretty big hill I just walked up. I'm getting fitter and fitter all the time. I've always been fit, but in the last month, with everything going on, I really haven't done a lot, so I'm literally just starting to get back into it. Now, I don't have long, and I got 11 minutes recording time, so if this cuts off, I apologise. But I do want to say that I just want to help people understand where we are. I really do. I want to help people understand that this short season is real, and the deception, it's everywhere. There's not many out there who aren't trying to deceive us. And we have to cleave towards those who the Holy Spirit shows us are walking in the right way. Here is the way, walk ye in it. You know, the followers, the apostles, they weren't called Christians. Do you know they called themselves the followers of the way? Yeah, that's true. Hope you could find some information about that. So here is the way, walk ye in it. And all we do is confuse things and make things harder on ourselves. If this is a test to get to the next realm, we better start taking it very seriously. We better be very careful